Good, happy Thursday morning, November 4th, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday morning, so let's begin right now. First up, Rochester police seek woman in alleged attempted kidnapping of 5-year-old boy. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
So, you need a new roof, but you have so many questions. Should I get a metal roof or asphalt shingles? Are the materials and workmanship...
Well, this happened at a pretty busy park here in Rochester. The boy was actually with his family when this woman allegedly grabbed him. His older brother jumped into action and pulled him away from her. The Rochester Common is a pretty popular spot for families to unwind and enjoy the outdoors. But on Tuesday evening, one local family had a frightening ordeal.
We responded to the Rochester Common for the report of a stranger, a random female, approaching a 5-year-old that was there playing with his family.
Captain Todd Pinkham says that woman, seen here in this cell phone picture, grabbed the little boy's hand, told him they were going for a walk, and then tried to leave the park with him.
At that point, the 5-year-old's 8-year-old brother saw what happened and ran over and intervened, which then caught the mother's attention, who then got involved as well.
The mother of the boy confronted the woman.
When the two started speaking to each other, the mother basically just said, what are you doing? To the strange female, at which point the female walked off, walked to her car and left.
A witness snapped this photo as the woman left the park. She was seen driving away in this black SUV, possibly a Chevy Equinox with tinted windows.
We're asking for the public's input to take a look at these photographs, see if you can identify the female, maybe link that female description with that vehicle, maybe a coworker, a neighbor, somebody you've seen drive by.
And now the little boy was not hurt. In the meantime, if you happen to recognize this woman, Rochester Police is asking anyone with information to call their crime line. That number is running at the bottom of your screen, 603-335-6500. Reporting in Rochester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State Trooper remembered as dedicated family man, coach, dance dad. Honoring fallen State Trooper Sergeant Jesse Shirley. Celebration of life. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Calling all experienced fuel delivery drivers, HVAC techs, and installers. Palmer Gas and Oil is growing and...
An American flag draped over the casket of Staff Sergeant Jesse Sherrill, escorted by fellow state troopers, with hundreds of members of law enforcement saluting the fallen hero.
Jesse took advantage of every minute of every day and never took 1 second for granted.
Colonel Nathan Noyes of New Hampshire State Police speaking of the man behind the badge.
But while his physical strength made him good, his God-given ability to be heartstrong made him great. Jesse was strong from the inside out.
Sergeant Sherrill's hat and boots resting quietly near the casket, and the state police flag getting a new ribbon. Sherrill, now the 10th New Hampshire trooper, lost in the line of duty. And his friends telling stories of the man they called Biggs.
There are no words to describe what a void Jesse leaves behind. He was a proud trooper, an amazing dad and husband, a loving son and brother, a great coach, and even a better friend.
Remembered first as a husband to Nicole, a father to Peyton and Quinn, and a blessing to those who knew him.
He has left a lasting legacy with each of us, and for that, We are forever grateful to you.
Following today's celebration of life, Staff Sergeant Jesse Sherrill was laid to rest in his hometown of Barrington. The burial service was private. Live in Manchester, Jason King, WMUR.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Youth baseball players coached by fallen trooper said they'll remember his lessons. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
For over 85 years and 4 generations, award-winning Palmer Gas and Oil has been serving community.
This is his badge.
The teammates say they couldn't miss today.
I feel like we had to because he was really important to us because he was a really good coach. It was pretty sad. It was a tough loss. We had a great baseball season, though.
Coach Sherrill's legacy for these young men comes in a couple of key catchphrases.
Never say I can't. Like they said in the ceremony that there's a lot of game left. To always look on the positive side.
We always felt safe when we had a trooper as our coach. It was really cool to have a trooper as our baseball coach.
The Peterman's grandson played on Coach Sherrill's team. They drove 2 hours to be here.
My heart breaks for them, the whole family, losing such a wonderful role model and person.
He was a fine man, a great friend and coach for our grandchildren and our son. And so it was a moving tribute.
Virginia State troopers made a 9-hour drive last night, compelled to stand by a fallen comrade.
Oh, absolutely. The North always does it right. They always do. Yeah. So it's been great. Love to see the turnout here. So it's awesome.
A massive show of solidarity. A sea of formal uniforms from every department. Impressed.
It's something I've never seen before, never experienced. It was truly a great tribute to Jesse and his family, and we certainly want to be here to support the family.
Laid to rest now, but never forgotten. From his beloved family to his law enforcement family to his youth baseball kiddos. Jesse Sherrill's legacy is rich and far-reaching. We're live at SNHU Arena this evening. Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. House GOP proposes major changes to state's congressional district. Under GOP redistricting plan, Portsmouth, Rochester, Dover, and Durham would move into New Hampshire 02, while Salem, Windham, Hudson, Atkinson would shift to New Hampshire 01. New Hampshire House Republicans shook up the redistricting process Wednesday night by releasing a plan that significantly redraws the state's 2 congressional districts for the next 10 years. Students injured in New Hampshire school bus crash involving a tractor-trailer. Multiple students in New Hampshire suffered injuries when the school bus they were traveling in was involved in a crash with a tractor-trailer on Wednesday, according to police. Hooksett police said the crash happened on Hooksett Road near the intersection of Oak Hill Road. The students suffered minor injuries and their parents/guardians were notified. Members of the Hooksett Fire Department treated injured students and released them from medical care at the crash scene. The driver of the school bus and the driver of the tractor-trailer suffered no injuries. Both drivers were able to remove their vehicles from the scene on their own. Students were removed from the school bus involved in the crash, which had a Goffstown Truck Center logo on it, to another bus that had a Hooksett School District logo on it. Hooksett police remained at the scene for traffic control until the scene was cleared. The circumstances that led to the crash remain unclear at this point. CDC updates health warning for aromatherapy spray. Federal agencies widen recalls and warnings to doctors Wednesday about aromatherapy spray that had been linked to a fatal case of a rare tropical disease. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said doctors should be on the lookout for symptoms to that rare tropical disease. Take a listen to this video. Okay, and that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Thank you for tuning in and watching this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast. Goodbye, everyone.